Cool. So what I usually do on a Sunday is I send a couple of messages out just to see how some of my clients are doing, and I sent a message out and I got a reply. The one guy said he actually hadn't been making music for a few months now. He was still recovering from his hard drive crashed, and he lost a whole lot of recordings. And like, I had sympathy for the dude, but like, it's happened to me before, and I think like if it does happen to you in this day and age, and you know that you haven't backed your work up, then you know it's tough, I suppose. I mean, there's no way that you're gonna get that information back now. I mean, it's gone. What I can say is that like, just backing things up, there's so many easy ways for you to back things up nowadays. It's crazy. So like, the first thing that you can do is you can always make sure that you have a physical copy of your backups. Now, I mean, this doesn't have to be everything. I mean, at the moment, I think I'm looking at about 25 to 30 gigs worth of sound, and then in terms of beats themselves, possibly be 5 gigs. So we're looking at about 30 to 35 gigs of production things. Then the other things that you might want to back up, I mean, if you're doing any sort of mixing for anybody, you're going to want to back that up too. You can put that all on CDs. I mean, if you have a hard drive somewhere, you can throw everything on there. And you want to make sure that if you're going to be making physicals, that because they're physicals, you're going to want to have a backup with you and then one offsite. So like, if you're, God forbid, if this place was to burn down today, what happens to the physicals? If the physicals are busy, if they're chilling in the cupboard over there, then they're gonna go as well. Then I'm gonna be out. I'll be out of luck again, and I'll end up with nothing. So you want to try and keep something on site, keep something off site as well. That'll just give you peace of mind in terms of physical copies as well. Like, another thing that you can do, you can keep things online. I'd say like I keep a copy of everything on my Dropbox. Like, all my beats, I keep my beats there, and I keep a few of the important applications that I use. I keep them on my Dropbox. Otherwise, it'd be way too much to put on there if I put all my recordings on there as well. So yeah, I use Dropbox. I mean, you can use lots of there's lots of storage programs you can use out there that will allow you to keep your things remotely. Another thing that you can do is you obviously make sure that when your music is sent through, because the worst thing that you could do is have something that's almost done and you already have it spinning on radio, and Samro or whatever it is doesn't know exactly where your stuff is. So try and get your stuff through to them as quickly as possible, and that'll also help in the case that you can't find anything, and forget about not losing it, but if someone else tries to pass it off as their own, then at least you have it. It's got a timestamp. You know, it's you can tell that it was sent in on this day at this time, and it belongs to you. So that'll help you then. I think that'd actually be even worse than losing all your content. I think if someone takes your music and they pass it off as their own, that's devastating. I've got a friend. He stays in PE at the moment. His music, I remember his track was playing on a community station. At the end, like, he was waiting for them to call his name, and they didn't call his name. They called some other dude's name. This guy was distraught. He was rocked. Like, he didn't know. I mean, he also didn't know how to get a hold of this guy. I mean, he was another unknown that had just submitted this to radio, got himself a little bit of shine, but obviously at my friend's expense. So in that case, I don't know. I don't think they made too much cash, but still, even in that case, like, you want to be able to hold on to all your property, all your intellectual property. You want to make sure that no one else can do that, can pass it off as their own. Yeah, so like, just be careful. I mean, it could happen to you. I mean, I over the past couple of days, I've been having 1 or 2 issues with my machine. I managed to sort that out though, but it could happen at any moment, any time. And I'd rather lose a beat or one mix, or I'd rather lose something small than have to start again from scratch. I don't think I'd be able to if I didn't have my backups. But lucky for me, I've got a couple of those. I keep some with my parents. I keep some on the internet. I keep some with some of my production partners from back in the day. We keep all of our backups. So yeah, that's what you can do just to keep yourself safe.